This is the Schmo with the pro, with the manager of Dominance MMA, Ali Abdelaziz, here a few days later after UFC 261. How we doing?
I'm doing great, man. A great weekend. Kamaru did what he said he's going to do. And I can be not more than happy. I'm very happy about it.
Great place to start with the champion, Kamaru Usman. He's dominant, man. He continues the winning streak in the UFC. He's beginning to lap guys who are after the belt. Listen, is Colby Covington the next in line to fight this man for the title?
To be honestly, I don't think anybody deserves it. I just don't think everybody deserves it. Kamaru just needs to have a good time, enjoy. And this individual, I don't think he did, listen, as a champion, Kamaru Usman, when he broke Colby's jaw, he went and fought 3 times, 3 top contenders, right? You can't go out there and beat Tyron Woodley and you think you deserve a title shot, right? But, it's business. And, we always have a great communication with the UFC and Dana and Sean and these guys, and we will know what's next. But nobody deserves it. Listen, I can see Kamaru going to middleweight. And, he will not fight Izzy, but you never know what's going to happen in the next fight, right? I can see Kamaru just fighting Leon Edwards. I can see Nate Diaz beating Leon Edwards, Kamaru, but I don't think Colby deserves it. The guy got knocked out. He got his jaw broken. He have this fake persona. He always running, but realistically, we don't really care about Colby Covington. He's just a face.
Speaking of things to care about, would you care if you are not the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC, if you're Kamaru Usman, when we wake up and see the rankings tomorrow?
Listen, for me, it doesn't matter what the media is going to say. For me, he's the greatest fighters right now. He's the pound-for-pound king. Last 4 fights, 3 knockout from a wrestler. And anybody can say Kamaru doesn't punch hard, he's not a great striker. They should bury themselves in a grave, because the man, he proven everyone wrong, and he every time he fight, he have a chip on his shoulder. I text Dana before the fight 2 days when I watch him working in Trevor Whitman, and I see the improvement, the footwork, the game plan, and I told Dana Kamaru's gonna knock out Masvidal. And he said, okay, let's see what happened. And after the fight, I told him, I told you so, because I see it was crazy the amount of improvement he did with Trevor. Trevor is an amazing coach, and of course you have a lot of coaches before that. They got like Henry, they got Kamaru to this point, but right now he's evolving, and it's very scary because he's getting better every fight. He's getting better every fight, and it's very, very scary.
Let's talk about his teammate, Justin Gaethje, who was also in attendance of UFC 261. There's going to be some action in the lightweight division, but Justin Gaethje's a top contender. What would you say would be the next move for Justin Gaethje?
Listen, I'm continuing to talk with the UFC, Sean Shelby specifically, and we're gonna figure some out. But it have to make sense for Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje cannot just fight anybody at this point of his career. The man is a fan favorite. He always give us entertainment, and we're gonna realize how good we have it when he leaves. Like Khabib, we didn't know how good we have it. Now he left. Now we miss him, right? Justin Gaethje is gonna be like that.
Well, the Schmo's afraid. We're got a matchup with Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler for the title, and then you got Dustin Poirier against Conor McGregor. We're afraid that the winners of those 2 fights will match up against each other, and then you got Justin Gaethje as the odd man out. That's what we're afraid about in this situation.
He's the odd man out right now, and I understand, what the UFC is trying to do, but, they also have plan, and we have plan, but we always meet at the end, We'll figure some out. In the next week or so, we'll know what we're going to do with Justin Gaethje. But, I believe he's the best lightweight in the world today. I believe nobody can beat him in the top 5, and I believe he's going to be the champion.
Let's talk about the co-main for the May 15th fight. Beneil Dariush, another lightweight contender. He's fighting Tony Ferguson. Beneil's someone who always fights. He puts his head down. He gets the job done. But finally, a matchup with Tony Ferguson, he's getting a little respect that he deserves.
I think, listen, Beneil doesn't talk much, but I'll talk a little bit for him. I think Tony Ferguson, he signed his death certificate. I think he's going to be the last fight in his career. I think Beneil's going to retire him. I think Beneil bring everything. He's better everywhere. His striking is better. His wrestling is better. His grappling is better. And I think Tony he made a mistake signing to fight Beneil Dariush.
Too soon of a turnaround for Robert Whittaker. He's not fighting Israel Adesanya for the championship. You got Marvin Vettori, who's a teammate of Beneil Dariush. How do you expect Marvin to do in the rematch against Izzy? Because he arguably gave Izzy the toughest time when they fought the first time.
I have the most respect for Izzy. I think he's a great champion. I think he's a great guy. But I just think Marvin, when he fought him, he was a 23 years old punk. That's who Marvin was. Marvin now is 3 years later, he's 27 now. He's evolving, training with Rafael Cordero and his team, and he's getting better. And I think if anybody gonna dethrone Adesanya, it will be Marvin. And I believe June 12th, Marvin Vettori is gonna be the middleweight champion of the world. That will open the division up. Open the division up, and maybe he will give Israel a rematch after that.
No such thing as too many champions for Dominance MMA. Let's talk about Kayla Harrison, the PFL. She's looking for another $1 million. We've been in this situation before. The contract could be up potentially. We've seen her fight at 145 in Invicta. Do you believe we will see Kayla Harrison in the UFC, let's say 2022? Is that a possibility?
I'm going to say something about history. When I said Demetrius Johnson is going to lose to Henry Cejudo, he lost to him, right? When I said Khabib is going to kill Conor, he killed him. When I said Kobe is going to beat Dominic Cruz, and I was very confident. But I'm going to tell you something. Kayla Harrison, she's the best pound-for-pound woman today. I see this woman training with real grown men, guys in the UFC, smashing them. I think she is the female GOAT on her way up. I think she's going to run through the tournament. She's going to smash everybody. And at the end of the day, listen, this is a business. She's a PFL. PFL did a great job with her. And listen, I'm not trying to look elsewhere, but at the end of the day, she have a legacy to fulfill, and I'm gonna do whatever she wants. But I'm very loyal. I'm always gonna give PFL a chance. But listen, she still have a tournament to win. She still have a whole season to win, and I believe. But the one thing I'm sure about. She's the best female fighter today. She's the most female fighter dominant today. And I don't think have not been a woman on this planet have been born to even touch her. That's how I think about Kayla.
Let's talk about Khamzat Chimaev. The Schmo asked the boss man, Dana White, who met with Nick Diaz in attendance at UFC 261, that, hey, maybe a fight with him is on the table. When can we expect to see Khamzat Chimaev back in the octagon? I know he had to deal with a lot of health issues.
He's good now. He's healthy. Beginning of August, he's good to go. Fight some of this top contender or anybody. I know the Nick Diaz fight come up. I don't know if this is even, I respect Nick Diaz. I don't think if this is Nick wanted, let's make it happen. But I can see Khamzat fighting Nick. I can see Vicente Luque fighting Nick. I can, but if, I want to see, make sure when Nick come back, he's ready to fight some of these animals, because I know the business was to be the new star versus the old stars, but I just want to make sure, this guy's ready, going to fight Khamzat.
Well, speaking of older stars and a future Hall of Famer, is there an update with Frankie Edgar?
Frankie just have a hip surgery a couple months ago, last month. He's doing okay. He's recovering. He's coming back with a vengeance. I don't understand this guy. He did everything what he needed to do in his legacy, but he said he still have a lot of fire in him. He's not talking about retirement. If this is what everybody asking me, if he retired tomorrow, I'm very happy. Because we did everything. He did everything he sent out to do in his career. But if you want to fight, I'm always going to support Frankie Edgar, because without Frankie Edgar, I will not be existed. He gave me the opportunity when nobody did, and he's my guy for life, and I believe in him and I love him.
And a teammate of Frankie Edgar and a client of yours, Zabit Magomedsharipov. He's been pretty inactive. I know he's been tied to Yair Rodriguez quite a few times. Schmo's hearing rumors that when these rankings come out, he might be removed from the rankings for inactivity. Can we get an update on Zabit?
Listen, Zabit show up 4 times for Yair. Yair didn't show up 4 times, right? This ranking to me, out of the ranking, in the ranking, it doesn't really matter. I think Zabit he just want to fight for the title. I think he deserves it. He's on a 6-fight winning streak, more than anybody in the division. I think if the UFC give him the winner, he will fight. Outside that, I don't think anybody makes sense.
Not even Max Holloway.
I don't think so because, it's just, Max, of course, is a legend, and I have a lot of respect for him. Zabit, he wanted to be a champion, right? And he beat 6 people. When you beat 6 people in the UFC in this division, I think he deserves a title shot, and this is what he wanted.
What are the chances that Khabib becomes a better coach than a better fighter in terms of legacy? He's undefeated as a coach so far.
I think whatever Khabib does, he's going to be the best at, because the dedication, the passion, the loyalty he have in him is unmatched with anybody I ever seen in my life. And he put his heart and soul into these guys he coaching now. And he doesn't like to call himself a coach, but I think he's one of the best coaches I ever seen.
Excellent, man. Can we get a final message out of you, Ali? You represent so much great talent in mixed martial arts.
I'm grateful to have all this. We have won every rivalry in the last 3 years. Dominic Cruz, Cody Garbrandt, Tyrone Woodley, Kamaru Usman, Khabib, McGregor, Masvidal 2 times, Kobe Covington. My team have elevated me to become a better person, a better manager. Without him, I will not be here. I will not exist. They're the best. When people said they're the best manager, you're not the best manager. Your athlete is the best. They drive you to be the best. I cannot be more than happy for my brother Kamaru Usman. He's my best friend. And for me, him to see strive, a guy who's making 20 and 20 on an ultimate fighter contract. Now he's doing very good in life. He deserves so much more. He deserves so much more because he's just a wonderful human being. I really love him, and I'm so proud of him. And I want to thank to all these guys who, Henry Cejudo beat up Demetrius Johnson, this other rivalry. Henry Cejudo beat up TJ Dillashaw. I want to see Henry Cejudo come back and fight. I'm sure we're going to try to figure some out with the UFC. But I just want to thank you to all these names I have mentioned. The name I have not mentioned, some of the coaches, Rafael Cordaro, Mark Henry, Trevor Whitman, many other coaches. If I forget your name, I'm sorry. They don't get enough credit, coaches, and I want to thank them too. And the legacy just began. I'm building legacy from my guys, not for me. I'm just a guy there, small part of a huge team, and I'm grateful for all these amazing athletes and coaches to trust me with their careers.
He's the pro, I'm the Schmo here in Las Vegas. We're out.